morning from sunny Vermont. I just woke up, that's why I look like this. I had a wonderful night of sleep last night. I really didn't wake up that much, which is great for me right now at 25 weeks pregnant. Well, I'll be 25 weeks tomorrow, but who's counting? Anyway, in my last video, you guys really enjoyed seeing me deep clean and organize my bathroom, which I'm currently in right now because, like I said, I just woke up a little while ago, so I've just been like doing my routine. But speaking of routine, I was doing my morning reading, drinking my coffee in bed, and Finley came into the room and I was asking him, like, is there anything in the house right now while you're doing like the drywall mudding and the painting of the bedroom and all of these things that are a little bit like dirtier, where like that's your job? I'm wondering if there's anything that you want me to do in the meantime. And he was like, honestly, I think we should start unpacking. There's so much that we haven't unpacked in our house. So I decided this should be the unpacking video. So we're gonna go down to the basement and bring up some boxes from down there that we are going to move into the kitchen nook, which already has some boxes in it. And I know that I've been saying in past vlogs and stuff that I want to like actually unpack those boxes and find places for them, and I'm still going to do that. We're not gonna like overwhelm that downstairs area with more boxes. We're gonna leave some of it in the basement, especially stuff that we don't really like need right now, but we just need to find a system that works in this video. So we figure out like, oh, this goes into the bedroom, this goes into the kitchen, this is the living room, this is entertainment, whatever. Because right now it's currently just a basement full of boxes and we don't know where anything is. And it's really been annoying. Like yesterday, go Chiefs, they won the Super Bowl, and I was making a bunch of snacks for the Super Bowl and I didn't have my rolling pin or my KitchenAid mixer and my blender. Where are these things? I don't know. They're tucked away somewhere, probably in another kitchen box where we haven't discovered her, okay? So we need to discover some things in this video, and I just figure might as well do a little unpack with me vlog to break up in between like deep clean and organized videos, because you guys seem to really enjoy the bathroom one. Anyway, the day is Monday. I'm starting a new vlog. We're gonna be unpacking. Love ya. Let's go down to the basement and choose our boxes to bring up. Down to the dungeon we go. I wanna bring up that box that's marked heavy over there. I think I know what's in there. We started parking our car in the garage. It's been amazing. Okay, so this is kind of basement stuff.
Do you see my giblets?
Finley got some, well, they're covered in drywall compound, but Finley got some giblets. Pokemon giblets. I'm pretty sure they're giblets, but we've been calling them giblets, like turkey giblets. Well, y'all, I found the kitchen box that I've been looking for fucking forever, and it wasn't even that hard to find. This is what I need. I'm gonna bring up a couple of little things. Wahoo! The lost has been found. Fueling up on my granola, yogurt, and blueberries. The dogs are enjoying the sunshine, and we're gonna get after this today. And honestly, a lot of this stuff I'm sure will find its way into the kitchen cabinets over here, but I need to also clean those out if I'm going to unload into them. Look at my cute, perfect, and adorable sunbathing pigs. They just turned 6 on Saturday. So just 2 days ago. Can't believe it.
Normalize being on the cheeseburger.
I'm gonna call this one The Pregnant Lady Unpack With Me. Imagine I titled the video that. No, I just did put on this shirt though, and I was like, holy hell. It just like doesn't cover anymore. And Finley and I were joking around about the cheeseburger jokes from Trailer Park Boys. How many cheeseburgers you got in that cheeseburger locker, Randy? I don't know where a lot of this goes. This right next to me, I don't think you can see it, but that was decluttered from the bathroom, and I haven't rehomed it or donated it or thrown it away yet. There's a lot of pillows here that we're also not using, and when we lived in Oregon, we had this like blanket pillow bed that was on the floor by the window. Honestly, that's probably the best idea for it, because we had these big windows that everybody would always comment about at our Oregon house, being like, oh my God, I can't believe you guys don't have curtains. Like, those windows creep me out. But I loved them, and the dogs loved them even more. And the dogs right now are laying in the sunshine, and they do this no matter the season, you know? And we have these big French doors that used to open up to a deck here, but the deck before we moved in rotted and fell away. It was probably years ago, honestly, and he never rebuilt it, the last owner. So there's just these like giant doors to nowhere, but they're really big like windows. So the dogs sunbathe in front of those every day. And I'm thinking maybe we'll just move the pillows and like drape blankets over them and put it in front of those doors. I feel like that's probably the best use of them right now. There is just so much random stuff here. So I'm just gonna try to make sense of it and do some groupings today. Kind of like when we decluttered upstairs in the bathroom in the last video, and I was like, all right, this is gonna take a minute. Like, let me try to figure it out in my brain, and then I'll revisit this with you in a second. This little corner here, even though I did want to move that kitchen table over here, and like maybe I still will do that at some point. Right now, the best use of space for like these things being out of the way, we don't walk through here. This is just like the best use of storage space for us, because the wing, we don't want to like clutter with boxes, because we walk through there every day and are like actively sleeping in there, you know what I mean? So I don't want to just move all of the shit in there when here is actually fine. It just needs to be pieced apart a little bit. So that's the plan today. I'm gonna put on my headphones, listen to the Assassin's Blade, and I also am gonna separate out like little piles of things for Buy Nothing Facebook groups, giving away, donating, tech recycling, which I'm pretty sure we have, and also just possibly trash. Hey folks, I'm just doing a couple dishes here, folks. So I wanted to talk to you because the last clip that you saw of me, I had actually started cleaning instead of unpacking, and I was like unloading the dishwasher. I finished that and then I reloaded it with some stuff. I'm just hand washing these ones because it's just easier, and I'm gonna be putting these into a cabinet that I just cleaned. So I didn't actually show myself doing that, like vacuuming out the cabinets, but the one under here, I don't think you guys can really tell unless I put my fingers back here, but there's about a 2-inch gap between the back wall and our cabinetry here, and I don't know why they didn't make it flush. It's infuriating. So stuff like falls back here, dust and crumbs from the counter. So Finley and I were talking about just putting some pieces of wood, like just screwing them in there basically, to make it flush and like fill in those gaps so that a bunch of crap doesn't keep falling into our cabinets. We are just trying to get the kitchen to a place where it's like usable in the intermittent before we renovate some stuff about it. So that has begun today with me cleaning out these cabinets, and Finley actually rebuilt one of the cabinets. Basically this bottom shelf was like non-existent before, and it was just on the floor, and we think that maybe they were using under here, the previous owners, for like trash storage or something, hiding their trash cans under there. I don't know why you would do that underneath your silverware drawer, the only drawer in the entire kitchen, but that's what we think was happening. Or maybe like the shelf just broke and they never fixed it. But now that it is fixed, things are getting less dirty in here, and I just like cleaned everything out of here, and I'm gonna make this my baking cabinet since I just found that box with like my mixer and also my mixing bowls, cooling racks, silicone baking mats, and other things like that. And then I'm just washing off all of my pots and pans that were in here previously that got like sawdust on them from, or crumbs or whatever from being in the back of the cabinet. And I'm just not gonna place anything too far back there to where it would be in the vicinity of where something might fall through the cracks onto it. Anyway, that's what I'm up to. So I'm gonna start putting some stuff back in here. New phone alert. This thing is looking high def as hell. We're about to go to the dump. The pigs are grazing over here with Larry. Love it. You know that song, Guess I Got My Swagger Back? Guess I got my smoothies back. Guess I got my smoothies back. I'm so happy that yesterday I uncovered my blender. So this is what we're working with. This is a pot rack that we're going to hang up right here in this area so that we can stop storing all of our pots just in this cabinet and have the easy access ones up there. I need to put away my smoothie ingredients. The countertop's getting a little crazy, but I put in here mixed berries, frozen mango, goat kefir, a little milk because the kefir was quite thick today. It was kind of crazy. Chia seeds, a tablespoon of almond butter, and a scoop of Truvani protein powder, which I need to get the sugar-free version of this because they do make one, and I already get sugars from my you know, various fruits and things in here, but it's very good and I'm very excited to have my blender back. Also, I got a PR package from Bragg and it looks so good. All these products, I'm so excited to try all of them. I grew up on the old apple cider vinegar from Bragg, the one with the mother. If you know, you know. I realized at my health food store, they were selling a new like beverage and they're these little refreshers, and I posted one of them to my story and I was like, this stuff is fire or something like that. And they replied back and they were like, we'll send you some more. So I said, okay, why not? So they sent me the refreshers, 4 flavors of them, and then also all of those various things I just showed you. Yippee! Big pimpin' over here. Breaking Bad up in this thing. You look great. You won't get any paint on you in that. Maybe just on the brim of your hat. The piggies are enjoying their new beautiful feeding spot down here at the bottom of the hill, and it's very nice out today. Little gusty. We're getting like 35-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but overall it's been pretty good weather as of recently. We got some more snow last night, but not anything crazy, not like feet on feet, you know. I'm about to go out on the town, so I'll tell you in the car what I'm doing. Wow, my hair is giving bob. Honestly, it's kind of cute. It looks pretty cute. Well, it looks a little like lopsided. I have a couple of things to say. One, I have a confession to make. I have been so incredibly critical of myself and my vlogging and this video specifically this week. It's been a couple of days since I filmed, and every single time that I edit this video or I watch it back, I'm like, boring. Does this bitch ever shut up? And yesterday I was texting my sister about this because I was doing so much unpacking and organizing, and I have been for the past few days, but it just felt so like not tangible. Does that make sense? It's not a satisfying before and after. It's just like me staring at a box of crafts being like, why did I move with so many crayons? You know what I mean? And in this like nesting mode that I'm in right now, I just feel like I've been getting inspired to downsize, but I don't even know where to start, because I'm like, okay, well, even if I have all of these things, I would put them into like this room in the future, but that room's just not done yet. It's not move-in ready, I guess. So we have so many trinkets, and this is what Finley said when I was complaining to him about like this video and how I'm feeling just like frustrated with not getting as much unpacking done into like an area where I can show it to you, right? And he was like, well, that's the frustrating thing about our lifestyle right now, is that so much of this house is kind of upended. And sure, those spaces will be lovely to move into and decorate and open those little boxes of trinkets and unload them onto the shelves when they're ready to be, you know, doing that. Who just farted on me? And why would you do that in the parked car with the heat up to 80 degrees? I think it was Rue. She's on my lap and Larry's on that chair over there. Anyway, a big frustration for us also is that we actually got rid of a fair amount of furniture when we moved. Just little things like benches and old dressers and sets of drawers where we were like, we could find a better version of this down the line that's more curated or antique, or we like it more. And now we have all of these trinkets and things, but we don't have any shelves up and we don't have any dressers to like unload them into or onto. So that's like a frustrating process of opening all of these boxes, is like, oh, good thing I opened this box, and now I just am like excited to see these things, but I can't put them out. Finley also made a really good point that like whatever we unload right now or put on the walls or whatever is fine. And when we undo it, and we'll just have to live with that. You know, if we unload decorations or hang stuff on the walls in the wing, and then we renovate the entire wing and rip everything off the walls and redo the drywall or things like that, redo the floors, and things just like can't be in there, we'll move everything out and we'll deal with that on the day that we move everything out. But for right now, it's like, why not enjoy the living space that we're in and actually add stuff to the walls and environment that we love and we miss. We moved with a lot of crap as well. And what's so funny too is that we downsized significantly before we moved. Like, holy shit, all of the belongings that we had in Oregon pales in comparison. Like, it was so much higher than the belongings we have now. So I'm actually, in the grand scheme of things, I'm proud of us for downsizing, even though I'm sure to a lot of you, and especially to my minimalist viewers and stuff like that, you're probably like, damn, this girl's got so much stuff. And I'm like looking at the wall in our basement right now of like shelves and Legos and skateboards. And it's like, sure, we could get rid of those things, but also it's like we could keep them because we love them and we love our hobbies and we love to just have stuff. Honestly, we have so much stuff. But anyway, I'm trying not to like spiral this week, but I am having a lot of, I think it might be just like mood changes and swings and stuff like that with pregnancy, but I have been like extremely critical of myself this week. So I just wanted to talk about that and kind of vent about that quickly. And I'm sure a lot of you who also are into sustainability and zero waste and all of that kind of stuff, it's hard for you to let things go. And that's one of the hardest things for me in this life, is just letting go of things where I'm like, oh, I have a sentimental attachment to that stuffed animal that I got when I was 7 and I went to Disneyland for the first time, so I don't want to donate it, even though I don't even have any attachment to Pluto anymore. Anyway, that's been like this week. But today I need to go to FedEx because I need to return a pair of headphones that I got Finley for Valentine's Day because they are malfunctioning. They're from PlayStation and they're the new like Pulse earbuds, and he wanted them for Christmas but he didn't get them, so I gave them to him for Valentine's Day. We had a lovely Valentine's Day this week. I didn't film on that day, but Finley bowled a ham bone on V-Day, which is 4 strikes in a row, which he has never done. So I'm really proud of him for that. We had a lovely dinner, great V-Day. But anyway, yes, the PlayStation headphones, they're malfunctioning. We already talked to customer service and tried to like, you know, get them all sorted, and they were like, just send them back. I also got a new iPhone 15 last weekend. Finley took me to the mall and we got that because that was supposed to be one of my Christmas gifts. And we've just had a couple of like delays with AT&T for various phone plan reasons that feel like a Portlandia episode, but I digress. I got the phone, I love it, and I have to trade in my iPhone 11 now to get like a discount or whatever, so I wiped my phone today and I need to bring that back to AT&T. I also, oh shit, I need to go get my grocery bags from the front of my house. I was gonna go to the co-op as well and get some groceries because I'm out of most things. That's what's up with me. This has been a really long clip, and I'm sorry if this vlog has been fucking boring. That's how I've been feeling watching it back, and sometimes it's just like one of those weeks, you know what I mean? Where it's like not anything crazy is happening. I mean, Finley's been making amazing strides in the bedroom and it looks so good, and I'm working on that video and it's just like, oh, it's really gonna be a good one. I'm very excited for you guys to like see the finished product. I'm bringing my dogs on a little adventure with me today just to accompany me. And in other good news, I love my new RAV4. It's an amazing car, and every time I'm in it, I'm like, woof, I love this ride, yeah, let's ride. Okay, dogs, I'm making a pit stop at the Home Depot on my way down to FedEx to send off these headphones because I need to get some paint trays for Finley that are actually deep trays instead of the shallow ones that he accidentally bought. So, just a quick errand. All right, I got my Deep Well paint liners for the old man, and I'm ready to listen to Deep Well by Casey Muspratt. That's your favorite, right, Rue? I'm turning 27 next month, Rue. Well, bit of a flop down here in Hatfield, MA. So we don't have a FedEx location in Brattleboro, Vermont, so I needed to come down to Massachusetts to do it. But I guess there are places like the Dollar General or like Staples sometimes that have FedEx locations in them. They're just not like a corporate FedEx or whatever. So I'm just gonna go back up north that way because, yeah, it was just kind of a flop coming here. I also had this very rude man in front of me. You know when it's just like, okay, the employee who works at this shipping center didn't deliver your package, sir, or failed to deliver it, which is the reason he was in, and he was just calling him like a fucking idiot to his face and saying how this was fucking horse shit and all this stuff, and we're all, it's like a small area. It's like, okay, you need to calm yourself because nobody likes this energy and you're really polluting the space, sir. Anyway, the man was very nice to me. He just just kind of explained, like, we don't print here. Sorry. I know that we should because we're a FedEx, but like, you're gonna have to have somewhere else like print your label for you and then bring it to another FedEx location or drop site and send it off. But I got like a box for it and stuff, and I was just like, okay. So it wasn't all for nothing, but it was kind of like, oh, oops. Anyway, gonna drive back up to the old Vermont now. Guys, I don't know like what is in the air today, but there are some real fucking monsters out on the town. I just went to AT&T. I traded in my iPhone 11. Bye-bye, girly. You were fun while you lasted. And this is my iPhone 15, by the way. Love her. Just got the black one. I'm currently caseless because I'm waiting on some wildflower cases, but I do have a screen protector on. I ordered the screen protector literally the day that I got the phone, and on the day I got the phone, I scratched my screen twice. So don't know how that happened, but there are some scratches on there. It's just so infuriating. You're just like, well, that happened. I don't know how it happened. I think I put it on my side table and the wood scratched it or something. Anyway, I go into AT&T, right? It's immediately busy. I see that both employees are working with people, and I'm 6 months pregnant, so I'm looking for a chair. I'm looking for a place to sit my ass. And so I was looking around for that, and I just hear this man yell, "You have to wait in line, ma'am." And I like turn around and it's just this random man sitting in the windowsill. And I was like, okay, sir. And I just go and like sit in the windowsill next to him and, you know, just kind of like take out my phone to go on it, because he obviously was a little bit of a cranky man. And he like tried to befriend me after that and was like, "This is a nasty place, nasty place." And I was like, oh, I've never been here before, so I don't know. I feel like all AT&Ts are kind of like, most of the time you have to wait a while. And then he tries to like shit talk somebody in line in front of us, like not even an employee, a customer, like just an average gal who's out on the town, and she was wearing fishnets and a skirt, and it's pretty fucking cold outside today. You know, it's 30 degrees outside. But I mean, I don't judge people's clothes. That's not something that I do. And so I didn't even notice what she was wearing, but the guy very loudly goes, "And look at this woman in front of us, not wearing any clothes outside." And I'm like, this is where I'm gonna just stop responding and nervously giggling, and I'm just gonna not interact with you. And then what's so weird about it is when he went up to the employee, he was like, "Oh my God, what's your name? Thank you so much for your help. Oh, great. Like, I'm gonna write a great review." I'm like, you literally just told me that this was a nasty place and was, what is wrong with people today? You know what I mean? Unwell. I think I need to go get a burrito and do a mukbang in the car or something like that. The dogs are being so freaking cute next to me. They're enjoying the seat heater in the blanket that we keep in here and just vibing. But actually, before I get that burrito, I need to do what I came out on the town to do, which is return those damn PlayStation headphones. So I need to go print a label at Staples, then take the box to a FedEx drop-off. And then I can get my burrito as like a reward. I'm not trying to say that you should feed yourself as a reward, by the way. I actually strongly disagree with that. I'm just saying I need to get some stuff done. Some of these places are gonna start closing pretty soon if I don't accomplish these tasks. All right, folks, I'm putting my hair back for a little mukbang. I know you want a burrito, Rue, but you're gonna have to cuddle Larry instead. All right, things have really turned a corner with me for positive interactions out on the town today, which is normally the interactions that I have with people, especially in Vermont, you know? I mean, the Massachusetts interaction that I had at the FedEx place, that's not really shocking to me. You know, sometimes you do run into a little mass hole. And then the AT&T monster was just a fluke. Anyway, after that, I went to Staples because I needed to print off the label to affix to my FedEx box. And while I was at Staples, guess who I saw? None other than my doctor and his wife and their daughter as well. So I had never met his wife or his daughter before, and I was so happy to see them because he's just such a nice, cheery guy. What was so funny about the whole interaction is like, I go into line, right, to get the like label printed, and there's a woman in front of me making a bunch of like Amazon returns or something. And so she was like affixing labels to boxes and stuff. And I realized by looking at the counter that it was was going to be a while, you know? It was only me and her, but there was like a lot of stuff on the counter. So I was like, all right, you know, just kind of like pitter-pattering on my phone. And I think I was like absentmindedly like rubbing my belly. And then I just hear somebody go, when are you due? And in like a really polite voice. And I like look over and it's the woman in front of me. And I was like, oh, and this is the first time that I've been out on the town where somebody has noticed that I'm pregnant. So I was like, oh, I'm due in three months. And then when we were talking about, you know, happiness and pregnancy and all of these things, she was like, wait, is your name Meghan? And I was like, yes, it is. And she goes, I'm sorry, I'm Dr. Chris's wife, Jenna. And I was like, oh my God, because I've talked to Jenna on the phone extensively. She's so nice. She works as the receptionist for her husband. And so she like schedules all the appointments and stuff. And I've never met her before because she's never actually in the office. She's always at home with their daughter. So I was like, oh my God. And it was just one of those really cute interactions where I was like, oh, that's nice. She said that she recognized my face because I have my photo on like Apple or something like that. Like because I normally text her for scheduling appointments. I haven't been there in a while since I needed to get the IV for when I was really severely dehydrated in my first trimester. So it's been a minute. So I was like shocked that she, you know, noticed me. Anyway, I went to Tito's Taqueria after I had that very positive interaction. Oh, it was just so lovely to see them. They're such nice people. And it's so funny too, because Dr. Chris, when he saw me, he was like, sorry, I can't just call him Chris. I needed to call him Dr. Chris. But when he saw me, he was like, so weird that I'm seeing you today. I was just rereading your file this morning. And I was like, oh? And he was like, yeah, I was just like curious about it. So I just opened it and was just reading your blood levels from September. And I was like, all right, just doctor things. I don't know. And he was like, so funny that I'm seeing you today after I did that. And I was like, well, it's funny that I'm seeing you because I literally just told Finley like the other week that I missed you because he's just such a good doctor. And I have no reason to go in and see him anymore. I don't need any IVs. I don't need any blood work done. And all of my care has just been done by my midwife, you know? So I haven't seen him since Halloween when I got that IV. Anyway, I have a big old burrito. I've been talking for so long. Holy shit. I'm gonna take a tiny bite because they didn't label them chicken or vegetarian. Okay. This is mine. I just bit into straight guacamole. Also, unfortunately, I can't send off that package for FedEx today. I did print the label when I was at Staples. They didn't even charge me for it, which I feel like normally they do, so that was really nice. But I ran into a hiccup. I went to drop it off at like a FedEx drop-off center, and they were like, oh, we're not taking drop-offs right now. I was like, okay, this just seems like a lost cause today. But it's okay, because I got this giant burrito, and I just bit into so much guacamole. But it's fine because I love avocados. And I had a really positive interaction with the checkout person at Tito's Taqueria. I just love a cutie, non-binary bae. And there are so many out on the town in Brattleboro. They always compliment my outfits. They always are so friendly. And it's a pleasure, you know, every time. Oh, this burrito's really fucking good. I feel as though, you know, I got most things accomplished today. I also didn't even tell you guys this, but I checked my P.O. box and I got 2 packages from you guys. Thanks. Getting a lot of text messages. Finley just texted me, And I looked at my last message that I had sent him and it said, like the other week, that I missed you. Weird, because I didn't text that. So I go, what the fuck? I didn't even send that message. Siri must have done something weird. And he said underneath it, it says sent with Siri. She was probably listening to our conversation, me and you. So weird when they do that. I need to like disable her, I think. She's really been pissing me off lately. I disabled the Siri on my watch because every time I hit the little button on my Apple Watch, she would be like, I didn't catch that. And I would be like filming a video and be like, oh, that's funny because I wasn't even talking to you. So thanks. Every time that somebody pulls in across from me, I'm like, just ignore the fact that I'm filming myself eating a burrito. No. Oh, she pulled in next to me. Oh no, I'm being closed in on both sides. Oh God. I'm gonna look down. Did I already say that I'm gonna go grocery shopping after this? I don't remember. Well, I'm trying to think if I have any other updates. Been pretty much same old, easy living, nesting my life away. Sorry, I just thought of this meme that I have. I have like a meme folder of like over 170 something memes that sometimes I'll post on my Instagram story. But I found one the other day that I haven't used in a while. I'll put it on the screen for you guys if you want to use it. But it's something along the lines of like, pull up your pants, cupcake, we have work to do. And it's like this man like logging. I don't even know. He's in the woods doing some logging. And I don't know when I downloaded that, but oh, it's really good. And I was just thinking about that, like sending that to Finley in the morning. Pull up your pants, cupcake, we got work to do. I've had a really long errand day. I didn't expect it to take this long. I don't think I even told you what's in the burrito. I think I've gotten it almost right. Sometimes I'm like, I just want less guacamole than they give me. They give you so much guacamole, and even if every time I say just a little bit of guacamole, they give me so much. So that's my only critique about this, but I normally do both rice because they have a cilantro lime rice that's really good, and I have lately been getting just the brown rice because it's healthier. But today I said screw it, okay, I'm getting both rice. I also get just black beans and then the regular cheese. They have like a cheese that has spicy seasoning on it, and I don't like that one as much. And the fajita veggies, and then a little tiny dollop of guacamole. Oh, we don't need to worry about this, okay? Larry thought he heard some dogs. But yeah, that's all I get in my Tito's burrito. And then for Finley, I get both rice, both beans. He likes a large burrito, and it makes it even bigger when you get both rice, both beans. At least in my opinion, I think it does. And then he gets chicken, cheese, and medium salsa. Finally, I hit the part of my burrito that actually has beans in it. This taqueria is in the same parking lot as a Hannaford grocery store. And normally I do my grocery shopping just at the co-op. So I'm kind of like, should I go to Hannaford and see if there's like cheaper stuff there? I've never even been there. Or should I just go to the co-op because I love the co-op and they have all my health foods? Another time I'll check out the Hannafords, okay? You know what place really slays around us though that is a lot cheaper is the Price Chopper. Get in the chopper. Let's go to Price Chopper. Finley loves that place. So sometimes he does his grocery shopping there, and then I just get all my little health foods at the co-op. Honestly, half of my excitement for my mom to come up and take care of me postpartum is for her to go to the co-op. I already told her about it like multiple times. I was like, you should see their herbal selection. It's crazy. They have bulk herbs, bulk spices, amazing just bulk section in general. But like the local cheeses and dairy, oh my God, incredible. She doesn't really have that much dairy, but she does love a good goat cheese, and Lord knows they got a lot of it there. I'm mostly just excited for her to, you know, explore around the area and have a totally wicked time. She's going to come up for like a full month. She's not staying with us, but she's staying at like an Airbnb around close by. So she'll be here from weeks 38 through 42 in case I go into labor early or late, and she'll just have the opportunity to paddleboard, explore, totally live her best life. I'm getting to the end of my burrito, and I think I might turn off the camera and eat this in peace while I listen to Throne of Glass, because I finished the Assassin's Blade and now I'm on book 1 technically, because the Assassin's Blade was book 0.5 in the Throne of Glass series. I totally forgot to give you guys a little co-op haul earlier. It wasn't that much, honestly. It's mostly stuff for me. So I got milk, goat kefir, goat milk yogurt for when I have yogurt, granola, blueberries. I also got this silken tofu because I want to try making this recipe that my friend Christine made on TikTok, where it's like tofu, cocoa powder, melted chocolate chips, and I think protein powder. Maybe I'm making that part up. It's basically just supposed to be like kind of a healthier chocolate mousse. And now that I have my blender, I might make it in there or in my food processor. So I got some of that. I got some more blueberries for my granola as well. I got, instead of just getting spinach today, a power blend, which is spinach and kale. And then because, if you can see, my freaking eggplant is getting a little crazy back here, I need to make pasta alla norma with it. So I got some basil for that recipe, 4 Pink Lady apples, a bunch of baby pouches from Peter Rabbit Organics. I just call them that, but they're like, you know, some have fruit, some have vegetables. And I have one every morning before I have my coffee. And then I got some new butter to try out, just like a 4-pack. Not much crazy stuff happening that's new, at least in the freezer, but I did get some frozen fruit. I got a big bag of frozen mango, as well as this organic antioxidant blend, which has blueberries, cherries, pomegranate, and strawberries. And I'm gonna put that in my smoothies that I've started having again every day. I also got these last time I went to the co-op, and they're so freaking good. These Specca Greek yogurt, little like chocolate covered bar things. So late at night, this is what I'd be snacking on. They got a ton of protein, and I love that they're just like filled with Greek yogurt. And we didn't really need that much stuff over here. Finley's been in a sun chip phase, so I got him more of those. And then I got him this granola because I got a bunch of like bulk granola recently, and it was bad. So that's probably going to go to the piggies, but I got him this one instead, which I know he likes. This is actually my brother's favorite granola as well. So for some reason, they love their oats and honey. I also got some more peanut butter, some almond butter, which I did like a freshly ground one for myself. Gonna try that bad boy out. Shout out to my 8-year-old viewer Whitley for making me these Gorgina earrings. Look at them. She also sent a card, and she sent a ring for Finley that she made him too, and he's wearing it. Yeah, new ring, who dis? I'm gonna show you quickly the cards that we got in our P.O. box. This is from Allie. Shout out to you. Allie sent us a bunch of onesies that she thrifted for baby girl with watermelons, and then this little outfit. It's a full ensemble. And then there's another one that says, "Sweet as a peach." She said all of them made her think of our family. That one's really cute. They're all really, really cute, honestly. The thrift find stepped out. And then there's a little dachshund one. And then the earrings came in a card from Whitley's mom, Catlin, I believe is how you pronounce her name. And they sent us this little onesie too. Really cute. And then the earrings and the ring. And Whitley sent a handwritten card for us, which is really adorable. She said that she watched Vlogmas with her mom. And they also sent us this little sticker. I think I'm just gonna probably edit this vlog on the treadmill for the rest of the night. Okay, I figured I would update you on what I have uncovered over here and what is going where. So this is all donations, plushies that are not, well, these bottom ones are Squishaboos, not Squishmallows. So we're keeping all of the Squishmallows, getting rid of the Squishaboos. These things I haven't gone through yet, so that's kind of like a question mark. This is curtains for the bedroom. So I'm slowly but surely, I actually should move these over to where all the rest of the bedroom stuff is. We have the curtains, baby's bassinet, a lamp that is like a bluish lamp that I think will go with the color scheme of the bedroom. This is that painting that we got framed, and that's gonna go above our bed. Our Build-A-Bear that we made for our baby. And then this I'm gonna put at the end of our bed, I believe upstairs. And then these two things, so we kind of have like fairy stuff that we've gotten over the years. I think we got this at the LA Ren Fair when we lived there, and it used to hang in Finley's Koreatown apartment, but it's so pretty. And I was thinking that it could be a nice little mobile once I get that fucking cobweb off of there. But yeah, I could like hang above her crib or something, at least for the time being. We actually don't have a crib right now, but we do have a bassinet, so maybe it could go above there. I don't know. It could also just go above our bed. That's what it used to hang above in Oregon. And then speaking of Oregon, we also had this in our bedroom there, which is a little fairy house that we made together, also at a Renaissance fair. All of our cutest whimsical little decor pieces are from Ren fairs, but I think we might put that on like a shelf in the bedroom or something. So yeah, I'm just like very temporarily putting everything for the bedroom over here. This is actually some of my Christmas presents I need to go through. And then this blue table we brought up from the basement as well. And I think this might also go in the bedroom just because it kind of goes with the color scheme for right now. But I need to go through some of these donations. There's some stuff at the bottom as well that could just go onto a Buy Nothing Facebook page, so I think I'm gonna need to like piece through that today. This is all wall art, so like hanging pieces, and then this is a rug that I'm kind of trying to be like, maybe that stays down here in the kitchen. That's where it used to go, at least. That's also art right there, an old archery bow that's broken but might be hung on the wall. And then this is an old plunger and trash can, and I think the little white trash can I might use as like diaper throwaway, because we do plan to cloth diaper after the first few months of having the baby, just because I think it's going to be a lot to adjust to, and that's what people who cloth diapers say. I've been recommended basically to like regular disposable diaper for the first few months of baby's life, and then transition to cloth diapering once you like get into the routine of having a baby, you know, but like not to worry about it too much in the first few months, just because there's so much new stuff that you're learning, and like putting cloth diapering on top of that can be kind of overwhelming. So that's at least what we plan to do. We have both disposable disposables and cloth diapers on our registry right now, but I do plan to like transition fully to those in the future. Anyway, little side note about cloth diapering today. Speaking of our registry, my aunt and my cousin sent me this little mattress for our future crib. We haven't gotten the crib off the registry, we've just gotten the mattress, so I honestly think that we might just start storing like stuff that comes from shipments on the registry, since we sent out our like baby shower invitations with the link on there. People are gonna start buying stuff from the registry more often, so those boxes might be stored like in here temporarily until we can move them up to the bedroom. But all of these boxes right here are all like kind of more decor trinket things, and then this suitcase I'm pretty sure is filled with like antlers and forged sticks. I don't know. I haven't opened it, but I'm pretty sure that's what I packed in there in Virginia, if I remember correctly. And then these things over here. So at our Oregon house, we had that big mantle above the fireplace. It was gorgeous. And I had all of these like vases and fake plants on top of there. And even though we do have that brick kind of mantle around our wood stove in there, it's not really big enough to house all of these various things, or maybe it is. I just haven't really tried to unload that stuff yet. And then this is also like serving stuff and fine china. And I'm going to put more of that into these cabinets once we hang up the pot rack. So that's kind of what's over here. But I also wanted to say we have this like magazine rack looking thing. It's kind of mid-century modern, but we inherited it from Finley's great grandmother. And I think I'm gonna put that in our bedroom as well with baby books. And then there's also like a little fairy decor piece in this hat box down here that we're gonna put in the bedroom. This needs to go to the basement. This box had so much stuff in it, it was crazy. So I had these like temporary clothing racks at our Virginia house because there wasn't really like closet space in that. It was a very old house, like 1800s house. So there wasn't a lot of, you know, like clothing storage. And so I have 2 clothing racks. And now I'm thinking like maybe I order some of these for Finley and we have those clothing racks just as our temporary kind of setup in the closet until we get more like built-in storage set up. But I at least just want to like move all of the clothes in, and maybe we'll just keep these for longer term too, who knows. But I also found like a bunch of supplements, weirdly enough, in here, and water bottles and plushies and a bunch of various things. But my bandanas are also going to go up to the bedroom. I also found that macrame in that giant box, but we may relocate that. I just kind of hung it there for now along with this feather duster. And then this is air mattresses in our old speakers that Finley made for us. And I have new speakers now because these ones actually broke. So I don't know what he wants to do with these. I need to ask him about that. But that's kind of my piles, if it makes sense. This is also just like documents and stuff like that. That doesn't need to, that could honestly go down to the basement. A lot of this could just like go down to the basement for the time being. Kind of an odd angle. We're just sitting on my staircase right now, but I just needed to prop you up, okay? So the main thing that I have been realizing in going through all of these things is that it's better to have an empty space and then start from there with decorating it, rather than just being like, oh yeah, all of this decor is gonna go into the bedroom or something. Like, I just wanna be way more curated with everything. And so that's why I'm starting like a very small pile of stuff for the bedroom over here. I also have a couple of rugs that we got for Christmas that I think would look nice in the bedroom. And I'm just thinking of like bigger pieces for now. And then the little decor pieces that we have many of, I'm sure will find their way into the bedroom at some point. But at the same time, I don't want to like, yeah, overwhelm the space. So that's my tangent today. But I'm gonna go finally send off that FedEx package and also see if I could make some donations. I need to go through that box first before I leave. I just went through this kitchen cabinet that I unloaded when we moved in and just like grabbed a bunch of stuff to donate as well, because there's just so much in here that we weren't using, and I got rid of so much kitchen stuff before we moved. Also, I have no idea where the other half of this butter bell is. It's really infuriating because the butter bell doesn't work unless there's 2 parts, but I'll find it one of these days. Maybe it's in another box somewhere, but for right now I'm gonna hold on to that part. But yeah, I got rid of a ton of just like cups and water bottles since I just used my Stanley, and then I also have that other Stanley. I'll probably transition to that one pretty soon. Someone sent this one to my P.O. box because I lost this colored one in Cabo at the airport, and she found it at a store and then sent it to me. So shout out to my viewer who sent me this one. But yeah, I use Stanley, Finley uses Yeti, so I'm donating our Brewmate water bottles as well as our Hydro flasks because we don't use them. All right, I finally had a FedEx success instead of a FedEx flop, and I just dropped off that package and it scanned well and it went into the system and it's off and I don't need to worry about it anymore. And before I left the house, Finley loaded in a box of donations into the back of my car, and I was thinking like, maybe this is too premature, but honestly it's like, why just collect boxes and boxes of crap when you can just have one box of crap that you're gonna get rid of, you know? It's actually not even crap, it's good stuff, you know? Like the plushies that we're getting rid of, we just have so many that we don't need, and we know that like because we're having a baby we're gonna get more. We already got more for Christmas, like we do not need more plushies. We probably have like 6 Squishmallows already, and so it's, you know, we just need to be cut off. And so I'm getting rid of some of those, some gently used kitchen stuff, old CDs, and like workout DVDs because I just don't use those. I just like look up workouts on YouTube and stuff. But that's kind of like what's in the box, generally speaking. And I'm excited just to give it a new home. So speaking of giving it a new home, I'm at a local thrift store, which I'm going to try to donate this stuff to first and just see if they're taking donations. Sometimes places are not, and so then you have to like go to a bigger donation place like Goodwill or something, but I always try to check with like a more local place first. So I'm at Experienced Goods and I'm gonna try to donate my box. There he goes. Off with my donations, wheeling them in. Adios. He took everything. Well, that place was a total success. I've actually never been to this thrift store, but when I met my friend Jen and we went like antiquing and thrifting, she asked me on a second date and she was like, maybe we could check out this other place. So even though I donated there, I'm holding myself back from going and shopping. I don't need to shop. I'm downsizing. Okay, that's my mentality right now. Okay, I think I'm just gonna head back home, honestly. I just wanted to get that stuff done, and then I'm just gonna work on random little cleaning tasks around the house. I need to do laundry and all that kind of fun stuff. Hey girl, hey, this is my outfit of the day. I'm looking like a snow bunny. I really am. In my earmuffs and my big chunky scarf. Seriously, Jared, if you're watching this with Lindsay, one of the best Christmas gifts I've ever gotten. It's basically just attached to my body in the winter. Got my half days white puffer on. It's called the Georgie jacket, which is very cute because that's my sister-in-law's name. And then I got my scarf on, I got my thrifted sweater on. The bump is bumping today underneath all these layers. I got my half days merino wool on, my Hatch pregnancy pants, and then even more underlayers on under that. I'm also wearing leg warmers and my snow boots from Sorel. I'm thinking I'm gonna be pretty damn comfy today because I'm on my snow buddy mode to go to the Harris Hill ski jump tournament, which is basically an Olympic level ski jump that we have here in Brattleboro, and people come from all over the world to compete. And today is the last day of the competition. And then the following week, we have a winter carnival here in Brattleboro with just like random events to do around town. And so that's gonna be pretty fun. But we're gonna go meet our friend Jen and possibly stop and get some food along the way. But I wanted to show you my outfit and also show you the ski jump because pretty cool stuff, you know, when in Rome. Hey, I'm coming to you from editing just to say that if you have headphones in, just turn down the volume a little bit for these next clips because at the ski jump tournament, I mean, everybody gets really hyped whenever they're like on the hill, like in the air, and you'll hear the announcers pretty loudly and like the crowd being pretty loud, but there's also cowbells that everybody rings and shakes, so it's kind of loud. I just wanted to let you know.
On the hill. And if you're looking to purchase your own cowbell and help support this local club and local ski jumping in this area, feel free to head to the vendor's tent and pick up your very own cowbell.
An American and 2 Slovenian. Hello folks, I'm coming to you a couple of days after I filmed those last clips from the floor of our soon-to-be bedroom, which sounds a little echoey because there's no furniture in here yet. There is a couple of finishing touches we have to do. Baseboard, trim, replacing some doors, but those are like the last few things before the video will be ready for you, and also the bedroom will be ready for us to move into. If I'm being honest, you guys will probably see all of the bedroom renovation like clips and content after we've already moved into the bedroom space, so it'll be, you know, a couple weeks after, because there's a lot to go through of all of the projects that this room entailed, which you will hear about, you know, but not right now. What I actually wanted to vent about on the floor of this room is kind of just the state of the union in my brain right now, because I've had a lot of like tumultuous feelings throughout this vlog. Number one, just being really hard and critical of myself, which I did talk about earlier in this video. And it's not even like hard or critical, like physically speaking, you know what I mean? It's like all mental. It's almost as if I've been watching this video through the mind of someone who is critiquing my every move, being like, you're not doing enough, you're not doing enough, you never do enough, you know? And it's like this little like nagging gnat in my ear, like buzzing around, annoying me. And I've just been like reminding myself that I'm doing enough. You know what I mean? Like I'm doing what I need to do for myself and my life. And also this is like a separate tangent that I'm not going to go on for too long, but when we search for purpose in our lives, it can just become like a messy game. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's never ending. And especially with the phase of life that I'm in right now, I always have things to do. I always have a never ending to-do list. So it's like, I have fueling drive and purpose behind me at all times because, you know, there's always something there. But also because I haven't been able to like hone in on one space until, you know, very soon with the bedroom. That's really like the only space right now where it's like the vision feels as though it's coming together, and so I can put more of my energy into it compared to other spaces where it's like I'm only putting half of my heart into it because at the end of the day it's not the vision that I want, which is like a huge frustration that I've been kind of venting about to my new friend Jen, who's also renovating a house. Oh yeah, you have all these ideas for what the space is going to be, but then like the priority list kind of shifts and moves around for like the bigger project, but then you have something that like comes knocking where it's like we have to get the roof replaced, or like these things that like come and get in the way of the bigger picture or the bigger project, which can be kind of like roadblocks and then, you know, harder for you. This is turning into a longer tangent, so I'm just going to kind of boil it down to me being hard on myself for not being able to hone in on something or one specific task. Like there's just so many tasks that need my attention right now in this house. So it's really easy for me to start a to-do list or write down all of these things in my phone, or even like in a week's to-do list of like, oh, I need to get all of these things done. And then I just get completely distracted, or, you know, instead of finishing those tasks, then I'll uncover more tasks and start focusing on those. And it's just been like, girl, pick a lane, you know, like to my brain. And then I get hard on myself for like being mean to myself. And it's just like a whole spiral that I've been in for like the past few days. And it's really affected this video as well because of how critical I've been about like how I'm looking at the footage. So I just need to dust my hands of this video and give it to you already, because there's a lot going on. And sure, this wasn't a video where it was like before and after, start to finish, here's me doing all of these like unpacking tasks where it has a satisfying end, because like that's just not my life right now where I have all of these tidied little spaces. Everything is always moving and ever changing. And I'm sure also like my mind is gonna change for a lot of the spaces. Like the vision that I have, it already is changing. You know, I've said multiple times about the downstairs, what I want to do with the kitchen, but then it just keeps evolving because I'm like, that just doesn't make sense right now. You know what I mean? So that's probably going to be a lot of my experience that I share with you. And maybe sometimes I need to just like stockpile videos to add, like I have been doing for the bedroom renovation, where it's going to be a satisfying before and after video, right? Maybe different videos will be just that. Before it looked like this, after it looked like this. But for the most part, I'm still living and doing little tasks every day to survive and live in this house and make it better and add our little spruce ups here and there. And this has just been a real spruce up vlog. In the days that I hadn't been filming, really what I've been doing is hanging the pot rack in the kitchen and getting all of the pots that we use the most hung up there and out of the cabinets. We can use that cabinet to store other things. I've been cleaning out like old candles and decluttering. Once you start decluttering, oh honey, it just never stops, especially when you're 6 months pregnant and nesting. So I've also been doing a lot of tasks that don't necessarily have much greater purpose. Like I found a bunch of CDs of old mixtapes that you guys sent to my PO box or gave to me in person at meetups and stuff over the years. And I've been kind of transcribing those onto Spotify because I don't even have a CD player in my new car or on my laptop, and CDs are kind of like a thing of the past now, and I only collect vinyl, which is already, you know, an antiquated form of media. So it's like, just pick one. And I've also been grouping all of my donation piles, like you guys saw in this video, for donating to the houseless community around me. If the products are unopened, unused hygiene products specifically, but then also divvying off for like, okay, we can just donate these things. And my mom has been really helpful with that because she also loves the zero waste movement, and she's been trying to remind me, like, you have so much to worry about right now. The last thing you need to worry about is like the waste stream. Like, oh God, I can't throw this bath product away even though it's expired. Like maybe I should try to give it to this person. It's like, no, you don't need to do that. Sometimes you just need to forgive yourself for doing those things. So also a lot of my week has been like making peace with that, which sounds so dramatic, but it's like actually something that I really struggle with, like the letting go of it all. And yeah, I've been like decluttering DVDs and keeping only the movies and TV shows that I really want to have on DVD, because that's also kind of an antiquated form of media, I guess. I also uncovered a lot of my jewelry collection in unpacking this week. So I've had all of that in one certain area where I will then move it to the bedroom. So that's just kind of what this week has been, is like focusing specifically on certain parts of the house. And while I'm unpacking, if I get a ding, 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 this goes in the bedroom, I just put it in the bedroom pile. And I'm also like tagging things mentally in my brain for what's gonna go into the bedroom as well. That's like not in the pile yet, I guess, you know, being my jewelry collection or whatever. But that's really what this week has been in summary. And I've tried to just film and share little tidbits as I've gone along. But I've also had like this weird level of frustration with this video. And so I think, yeah, you just need to see it already. And I need to stop being so damn hard on myself, because it's just not that serious. It's so unserious, actually, when you think about it. Like, who cares? Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching me nest, spiral, unpack, and vent. That's really what this video was. I love you very much, and I will just see you in my next one. All right, stay smiling. Bye, y'all.